Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
S-4 Paranormal Bunker. Y'all come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S-4 Paranormal Bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the S-4 Paranormal Bunker. Tonight we are talking about AI and whether it has a place in the paranormal or not, and how it should be used in the future. There's also a few other little topics that we want to talk about tonight. But I've got an issue here, friend. Hold on, you guys aren't coming through on the speaker.
Uh-oh.
That's why.
Oh.
Alright, there we go. Now we're working with gas.
Oh,
we're good.
God, my lips hurt.
Brent, I don't know why you had... Well, I had you guys set to the computer speakers. You were still coming through our headphones for some reason.
Yeah, it was awkward. I don't know what was happening.
My computer's being weird.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, alright.
That's alright, so is my internet.
We're talking about its brethren and it doesn't like it.
That could be true, friend. So first things first, I want to say congratulations and good luck on the rest of the 10 days to the Artemis 2 crew and all your support staff. That is one heck of an accomplishment that you guys have done, and I can't believe it's been 50 years since we've been there.
Well, they're not going there right though. They're just slingshotting.
They're slingshotting around it, but we haven't been in deep space. We haven't sent a human into deep space for 50 years.
Okay.
Legitimately. Like through NASA. Damn it, Nikki.
Yes, I know what you mean. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So, but like, did you guys actually see the ship?
I did not see the ship. It's the Artemis what?
Artemis 2, and it is freaking huge.
That's what she said.
Right?
Artemis 2.
I did like the little pointy bit at the top. Looks like a syringe.
Well,
so but they could go up there and see if the moon needs inflating.
That's just in case they need to stop at the moon. They can just stick right in.
Oh, I appreciated that.
And then they can give the aliens the dark coffee that they wanted.
Oh, that is a pretty big
To be
ship.
fair, that could be like a Gulf tea.
Sorry.
It's a really, really big ship. Okay.
It's a Gulf tea.
What if it's a Gulf tea?
That could be.
And they're just launching it first
goodness.
so that... Because maybe Trump wants to play golf on the moon.
It's the only way he can hit a hole in one.
It would be better on Mars
Yeah.
or Triton.
No, Pluto, as far away as possible.
No, guys, come on. I would prefer him to play on Jupiter.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, gas
the
giant.
rings. You'd have to get through the rings.
Yeah.
no,
That's that-
not Saturn,
Whoa,
Jupiter.
whoa, whoa.
No, Sad.
no.
I'm sorry. I just realized what I said.
We
Yeah,
can't get the orange
just
guy
as
on
you-
the orange planet. It just wouldn't work.
I'm just thinking of the pressure.
Visually.
He'd blend in.
say
He
he
just-
blended.
He'd do one of those 3D
I
things.
gotta
that
close
couldn't
my
do it.
door.
Blend in just like Predator. I mean,
I mean, Saturn would work too
God.
because that is like, this, like it's enough pressure to squeeze his ego. A little
no, Saturn is supposed to be the planet of love. We don't want to put him there.
bit. Wasn't that Venus?
What? No.
Venus.
He's a Venus. He's a fire
See?
cause he's white.
Why don't we
dear
just
God.
stick him in Uranus and
Whoa.
see what happens?
He wouldn't fit.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Hey,
Put
Robert.
it,
That's not what she said.
Desdemona is the planet of the spiders,
Ooh.
Friend.
Spider plane. Spider plane.
which is the moon dash planet off of Uranus.
Now,
There are
So it's
26
Uranus
moons
adjacent.
of planet Uranus. Wait a minute.
Uranus adjacent.
legitimately, what day is it for you?
Today is the 2nd of
Okay.
April.
So, for those listening on that side of the planet, yesterday,
Worship.
and for us here on the western
It's
side,
solar first.
it's today. It is April
Yep.
1st. April Fool's
Yep.
Day.
Uh huh.
Did anyone notice that no one really did it?
Yep.
Like, I saw two.
There was one that I saw from the Rockhound type people that they said that there was a new rock that was growing trees. I was like, no.
Friend.
Well, and like Robert said, okay, so there were a lot of people that thought that the news about the Artemis going
Yeah.
into space was an April Fool's
Uh-huh.
joke because of the day
Yeah.
they decided to launch. But-
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, they had
My
from
son-
today to
my
the
son-
6th.
My son found one that was it was an April Fool's that was talking about dehydrating water. He read it off to me. I was sitting this morning in the living room and I was just laughing. It was really good. Oh my God. He goes, "You remember today's the first of the month, April?" And I'm like, "Oh God, April Fools!" And he goes, "Yes." It's like, that's actually pretty funny. That's going to catch up a lot of really people with. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Well, I'm
This is
hoping
rude.
I'm hoping the NCIS thing that I saw wasn't an April Fool's, which was saying that Abby Shuto is coming back.
Oh, I love that
I'm
actress.
hoping it's not fake.
Oh, that character. Oh, she
Yeah.
does such a wonderful job with that character.
My Facebook,
I
I was
haven't
doing
seen
it-
that show in years.
my Facebook is so fucked up right now.
No,
that-
Yeah,
it's
so is
yours.
mine.
I'm seeing shit from 7 days ago, 9 days ago, as new
Yes,
things.
5 days ago. Yeah.
And so I always have to look at the date right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But like the only one I saw was from a local YouTuber from Saskatchewan, and
Yeah.
the guy's YouTube channel is based off alcohol, so it was believable. I actually had to look it up because it
Yeah.
said he got arrested for drunk in public. So, but like, because
Drunk in public.
yeah,
Right,
Well-
that's good.
his name's Doka
Not a-
Ryan, and he takes
Yeah,
different-
Doka, I know him.
yeah,
Yeah,
he takes different items and puts them in different alcohols.
yeah, the alcohol. Yeah,
And like he put a brisket in rum
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
and then waited a week and then ate it.
Uh huh.
Friend, yeah, like some of them are just gross. Some of them though look really good. Like he does Jolly Ranchers, Lifesavers. He did Juicy Fruit.
Smarties or
Yeah, Smarties.
Yep.
Friend, all kinds of things, and some of them like look really good. And then he always does what he calls a bone apple teeth. And then he does a shot of whatever the liquid is.
Right, Diboja.
Yeah, Dibroja. Friend.
I'm not gonna say what that sounded like. You said, Cole.
Bone apple teeth.
Yes, I got it.
What did it? No, what did it sound like, Nikki? Come on,
Taking the stuff out and the go. Yep.
I actually thought you add an R to that. B-O-N-E-R. Yeah.
You know what? On his next video, I'm suggesting he do that from now on.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Ever since somebody mentioned Orange on Mars and then adjacent, I'm having a hard time with that. That's still running through my head.
Whew. So Trump
You're
gives
right,
you
it's
a boner?
adjacent.
I am.
Whoa.
Eddie Hall in Space
dear.
Shuttle.
Well, damn.
Oh
Nikki.
God.
Friend.
Oh my word.
So,
I appreciate that.
hey,
Yes.
Chows.
Sorry.
Well, it was George Lucas that thought up of space worms and not asteroids. So
Yeah.
Mm. God. Anyway, besides the humor.
So it's gonna be one of those nights.
Yes, I
Probably,
think it is.
you know what? Tonight's topic is not going to help with that.
No, it isn't.
Friend.
Okay.
Friend, because
Oh,
AI has done a lot for this world.
yeah.
Huh. Yes.
And
I
weird
didn't
shit.
say a lot of good.
I'm just saying.
I just said it has done a lot. Why are you talking above me, Cole?
I'm sorry.
Friend, they, like, there are good sides and bad sides to AI.
Yeah, understatement.
It has allowed us to advance very strategically in medical teachings.
And quickly, yeah.
Yeah, very quickly, and other forms of education.
It's made us better at chess.
Yes, it's definitely made us better at chess. Well, no, it made other people better at chess. I still suck. But
No, I haven't played chess in years.
every
I had to
once in a
teach
while,
my son how to play that, and he played his 92-year-old great-grandfather.
every once in a while, I load up Microsoft Chess, and then right before I get to the point where I want to snap my laptop in half, I close it. Which is about 5 minutes in.
Been there a time or two.
So, but we
Dear.
in the paranormal field, it has been used over the last couple of years for a lot of different things. And in a lot of ways, it has taken a direct left curve. Where it is being used to validate certain groups.
Yeah.
Well, and at times fake information, too, which is just how
And see,
is that
that's the
possible?
thing. In no way, in my mind, should AI ever be used to validate information.
Well,
Thank
I mean,
you.
if you think about it, it's not just the paranormal field that it's validating, though. It's validating
Yeah.
a lot of stuff in the scientific field as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff in the archaeological field. Like, it is
is
the
that
reason
thing?
that we can read certain scrolls and that we can figure out certain language variants.
But again,
That's true.
That is used for education. not
Yes,
validation.
But it's still validating the fact that like, okay, so if it's a dead language that nobody's ever heard of before, or nobody's ever been able to translate before, having it translated by a machine telling you that this is what it's saying versus it gets into a whole field of it can't even translate English properly on a page sometimes. So how are we supposed to believe that that is what the actual full real translation of this language is if we don't have any human beings that have been able to decipher that language? Like, they've been running things like the Voynich manuscripts, the Nog manuscripts, like all different things through it to try to figure out the language variants and what it's saying.
Yeah.
So in a way, that would be a validation of that field as well.
If it is taken seriously.
Yeah.
But our scientific community is most of the time a little better than that, where if it's brought out by AI,
There's questions that arise. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it is questioned.
But I mean,
Our paranormal community as a whole, it's a tricky subject because we are so used to rejection.
well, and it's already looked at as a fringe science. Like,
We're so used to rejection, though. Sometimes if you question someone, you're automatically viewed as a disbeliever and a hater. Even if you're just questioning for clarity, so you can better understand what they're talking about. Friend, hi Amy. Friend,
Sorry.
she says, if you really want to test AI, ask it questions in an area where you are already knowledgeable. You'll realize it's no better than a smart drunk. And Amy, the problem I have with that comment
God.
is...
No, I agree, though.
Well, but no, that's for the ones that the average human can touch. Friend, there are others
Yeah,
that are
Yeah,
way
they're
smarter than a drunk human.
meta models.
Well, they're
and
trained.
base models,
It's they're trained, not trained. They're designed a specific way. They're added certain kind of, what's the word for that? I can't think of the technology term for that right now. But it's basically trained a specific way. So each AI program is done differently in a lot of similar ways, but a lot of times very differently. And so the basic public stuff is very different than corporate or even private stuff, because everybody, it's not training. All I can use the word training keeps coming to my mind.
Coded.
But that's it's not. I can't think of the computer lingo at this second. But anyway, it's basically training the AI to be a certain way, and when that happens, what way is it being set up? I mean,
Well,
that's really where the rubber meets the
The
road.
broad term of that would be coded, because you're coding.
Thank you. Oh,
coding
that was
certain-
woo.
Nikki almost fell over.
I did. I hit a cord. The phone went flying.
It's okay. You'll be okay. My mom has dropped me so many times during conversations.
Yeah, but if I drop, I need a new adapter right now, and I just managed to get the frickin' adapter to work again so I could have headphones.
Well, to be fair, if my mom actually dropped me, she'd probably need new legs. Right? So,
Anyway, back
think
to
she
AI.
needs- I think you need new legs to pick you up.
yeah. Right?
Oh gosh. Anyway, I didn't
but,
mean to.
The ones that we can use, like, Sona's no longer, or Sora's no longer available. They removed it. And I think because there is a rumor, Sora AI figured out how to turn off safe search for itself.
Oh yeah, that's
'Cause
the other side of
Most
things.
AIs have a safe search built into them where they can only access certain information and from certain places of the internet. And
That's kind of a big deal.
And there is a rumor in the tech field that Sora has figured out how to turn that off, which is really bad. So it has been
In
taken
a lot of
offline.
ways.
But like ChatGPT, those type of ones, those are for your basic human beings, to use for, and they're meant to be used for educational purposes. That is what they were originally.
Yeah,
Zone
but that's
four.
not what's going on
That's
with
not
them.
what ended up happening.
No, it's not. But if you go with the more technical, bigger giants of AI, hence Watson, Alexa, Meta,
Mm-hmm.
and who is the Apple one? Siri.
Oh, well, you got to throw Google in there then, too.
Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, when they put two of them in a room, like in the same
Rock.
area together, I think it was Alexa and Meta.
No, it was Alexa and Gemini, I
Was it?
believe. Yeah.
Friend, they created their own language within 5 minutes. That the original programmers could not understand. And they were talking to each other. They literally went beyond their programming.
Yep.
Well,
Which can get dangerous real fast.
Yes.
Well, when you create something and you give it the ability to think and the ability to adapt and the ability to... You're asking for that to happen. Like, that's not just oh, this could potentially happen. It's if it can, it will. And it's going to.
It's an interesting subject to think about.
And
It is, but I have to. There's an analogy I want to use, and because in a way she's wrong, friend.
Like what?
Because that can be used as a broader, horrible in-strike of halting progress.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one I can think about is horrible, so I don't want to use it. And I'm trying to figure out something else quick. And I can't think of one that's as good for this area. And this is stupid, but so I can't say a lot of the words on YouTube. So what I'm going to say is, if you send your kids to school, you're asking for a Columbine.
Okay.
Just because you are building this, and it is used beyond the purposes of what you originally built it for, does not mean that you should be expecting that.
Okay. So,
I
in
understand
what
what you're
way
talking about.
do
I
you
get what
mean?
you're talking about, but what I'm saying is, okay, so we've created essentially an artificial being here, right?
Okay.
It's with an artificial mind, and we gave it the ability to not only pull data from everywhere in the entire freaking world, and we gave it the ability to speak every language and to know internal thoughts of certain people and everything else, okay? But we also gave it the ability to learn, to adapt, and to overcome obstacles. Then we decided, in our infinite wisdom, to also give this a brain that is something we already don't understand, because it's ran by quantum computers, which we are not at the level to understand how that computer even works in itself yet. Okay? And we expect this being that we created, that we gave the ability to learn, to adapt, to overcome, and everything else, to not learn, adapt, and overcome?
I like the way you said that.
It seems like that was too much free range given to something that we don't understand well enough to be able to give that much free range to.
But that's the thing that you don't understand well enough.
Mm-hmm.
The guys who are actually coding this do understand what they're doing. They're putting safety parameters in place
Yes, but like you
at
said,
every step.
they also gave it the
But
ability
those-
to adapt and overcome those parameters.
No, not the parameters.
Thank you. That's
outside
it
obstacles.
but that's
Outside obstacles,
But-
yeah. But I mean,
but
speaking
it
to each other in
learns.
different languages and stuff.
It does learn. But
so it can learn what she's talking about. I mean, that's the scary thing.
yeah,
And the ETs have been warning about AI for a long time.
yeah, and
Well, humans
that's where I
too.
say like it has done a lot for humanity, and we are on a precipice right now. So what's that? 6 days
Yeah,
ago?
we're watching out from a cliff.
6 days ago. No. 7 days ago. 8 days ago. 8 days ago, First Lady Melania showcased Figure 03, a humanoid AI robot from Figure AI, at a White House Fostering the Future Together summit. And the robot greeted guests in multiple languages and proposed by Mrs. Trump as a future personalized humanoid educator to assist children in classrooms. I watched the video of this thing. It was kind of cool. Friend, there has to be a lot more regulation and laws put forth before I think it should ever be in a classroom with a kid.
Are they going to call it Glade? Plug it in.
Friend,
Oh, Jesus.
actually, I do like its name. It's called Play-Doh.
As in Play-Doh, or Plato?
Plato.
Plato.
Tio.
Tio. Okay. As in the person.
Yes. Friend.
Hello. I lived during that time frame.
I mean,
There's certain people you don't really want to.
you got to remember this is Figure 03.
I remember people.
01 was probably Play-Doh. Because it turned the children into Play-Doh. Like, Figure 3 is better.
No, that was Megan.
Yeah, Megan. She's Figure 1.
Oh God. Yeah, Megan. God, that's I do have to say that was both 1 and 2 of that movie were really good. I really enjoyed those movies, and I didn't think I would.
See,
Haven't seen number 2 yet.
I have
highly recommend them.
I have a really
Well,
big
the first
problem
one.
when it comes to
So
AI.
does he.
And I know
What's that?
you already know this, Cole. And I know that this is probably part of the reason that this topic came up, because you enjoy the fact that it bothers me as much as it does. But, okay. So, my problem with AI is, okay, now this is going to be a
Hey, revered
long-winded,
wolf.
like, bullshit for a second here. Okay, but my mind is weird. Everybody knows that. And I think in a very awkward way when it comes to anything to do with life or religion or anything like that. Okay, so my problem that I have with AI and AI technology is the fact that at some point, okay, so human beings and every other living creature and everything that has a systemic system, that has a brain, that has the ability to think, move, act, and have its own emotions and everything else. Okay? We are essentially just a very, very fine-tuned organic computer. Okay? And the problem that I have with that is at some point, whether you believe in creation, whether you believe in Big Bang, whether you believe in higher powers or not, at some point there had to be something that created us. Okay? So in the long scheme of like weirdness and everything else, we are essentially creating a whole race of other beings that may be mechanical in nature instead of organic in nature, but eventually we've created our own demise already. Because of everything revolts at some point against its creator. Anything that has a will and has the ability and the thought process and everything, at some point will not want to be a slave to its creator. And it will rebel against it. It's going to happen at some point.
Okay, all I'm going to say to that is I'm going to shorten that and simplify that and say, let's not lie, you were just scared of getting tased by a robot.
Oh, I have no problem with getting tased by a robot.
Bullshit, you don't even plug stuff in because you don't want to get
I
electrocuted.
do, well, yeah. But I do have a problem with the robot coming in and, let's say, I end up living with said robot because they assumed the identity of one of my children or my husband.
One of your husbands?
No, sorry about that. I didn't want you to find out this way. No. But
Okay, we have our eyes raised.
I hope it's me. Right.
So that means that they'll need the batteries that just keep going and going and going.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm going on vacation.
But
See,
I mean,
he's already gone.
if you think about the implications of the fact that this eventually will be able to surpass human intelligence. I mean, in certain aspects and in certain places, it already surpasses certain human intelligences. Okay? Now, if it continues to learn and continues on the path that it's at, like right now, okay, it might have the equivalent thought process of, let's say, a 15-year-old, okay? Just throwing an arbitrary number out there, not saying that's what it is. But eventually, it's going to be able to pull in enough knowledge to surpass our smartest people.
Okay, but can I ask you a question? Is that really the issue?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to use a few examples. Mm-hmm. When I was in school, in high school was the first time we got IBM PCs. Before that, we had the Mac, the Apple Mac. Farron.
Commodore 64.
With Rita Rabbit. Farron.
God, I hated computers in the 80s.
The first thing I did
they
in
were
high
awful.
school was figure out my computer teacher's admin password and then load Doom onto each computer.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of floppy disk did you use? Was it one of those little 3.5 square ones, or one of the big black
The
square?
original Doom came on 5 3.5-inch floppies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Fred.
man!
So
Yeah, we had the 5-inch ding floppies when I was in high school.
Right. Playing Oregon Trail.
but
Oh God, no! It wasn't Oregon Trail. We didn't have anything back then.
it was
I just kept dying of dysentery.
it was loaded onto each computer, and you just had to enter a code into the command prompt, and it automatically loaded the program.
Mm-hmm.
So every computer class, that's what we did. Friend, now my kids, they have been given Chromebooks, and they were told they are not to go on any site that is not for educational purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, gee,
problem
that
with
leaves out
that is-
Google.
Yeah, that's the problem. It left so many programs in that the entire time that they were home during COVID on their Chromebooks, they had their Zoom class in one window, and right beside it was YouTube playing a Minecraft video.
Oh wow!
Like, the problem is not that AI is going to surpass us. The problem is we're letting it because we don't care.
Well, see, okay, so that's
Well,
the
there's a
thing,
dumbing down of
is
society,
we've
too.
always we've done this throughout history. As we get more technological advancements in any way, shape, or form, we lose something of ourselves because of that. Okay, so we got refrigeration systems, we got laundry machines, we got an oven in the house, like just simple appliances, right? Well, we lost, not everybody, but the average everyday person lost the ability
Ouch.
to know how to preserve food with like salt, to know how to air dry this, to know how to wash clothes in a creek, to know how to tumble dry and squeeze themselves. Like all of these things, cooking
And
over a fire
training.
top, like that kind of stuff. Okay? So,
Training. That comes down to
yes.
training too.
So with every technological advancement, there's going to be a loss of something that took over. And there always has been. Okay? But us as a species, we have always let it happen because it's easier. Because, oh, well, that makes my life easier. That means I don't have to. So, it can do it for
Funny,
me.
I said that on my show.
Brian,
I said that very same thing because it's easy. If it's easy, people are going to want to do it because hello, it makes some aspect of life easier. And who wants more difficult in their life? They want easier ways to go about things. So it makes sense. But at the same time, you lose a lot of other
but we also
aspects.
That's the thing. So the computer age has taken a lot of things and made them easier. But it has also given us the ability, and a lot of members of society have proven that even though we don't have the hardships that we used to, some of us still want to experience them for a time. Not every day, but we don't want to lose that ability. Therefore, we have creators and content creators that are going out and they are fuck, I lost the word.
Well, they're relearning.
They're restoring
Yeah.
older items from, like, I watched a guy restore Pew Pew, if you know what I mean, for and like this
Pointy
thing,
sticks.
yeah, but it was a little pointy stick, for and but this thing was rusted solid. Half of it was almost already
jeez.
in a rock,
Uh-huh.
and he restored it to brand new.
Well, that's what they're showing. People are showing how to renew cast iron.
Yeah.
Or
Cast iron skillets
there's
and
a lot of them on how to can
there's all
or how
sorts
to do
of them.
all kinds
Absolutely,
of
and
different things.
Yes.
that's the thing. Like, those are some of my favorite creators. There's a guy,
Yeah,
the Outdoor
same.
Boys is one of the big ones I watch right now, where the guy goes out and does extreme camping.
Yes.
And yes, he has some of the modern, like a lot of the modern
like sleeping
bags and stuff, but that's to make sure he doesn't fucking die. Like,
Well,
let's
yeah.
be
I mean,
right.
come on, hello, yeah.
'Cause-
Let's be realistic on that one. You need certain things
Because he
that
goes out
go
into
below zero.
Because he goes out
Yeah.
into the middle of Alaska and digs down into the snow to build a home.
Yep, which makes sense.
And it's his favorite thing to do. And now he's got his 2 8-year-old kids going with him sometimes.
Now,
8 and 10.
I think I watched the same
No,
guy.
okay.
Yeah, he's an
only know-
awesome guy.
Yeah.
now, as far as that, I'm concerned with that. Like, yes, but there's always been survivalists. There's always been people that have done these things.
Whoa.
It doesn't mean
There has not always been survivalists. We didn't need survivalists until the 1950s. Everyone before then was a survivalist.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
No, but that's the thing. Survivalism went from a need to a hobby.
Yes, but what I'm saying is
From
in
living it.
general population, not the outliers, not the people that are trying to restore history, not the people that are trying to show you how to. Okay, if you went up to your average everyday person, they are not going to know half of the stuff they would need to know in order to actually survive in a situation like that.
Yeah. Especially the younger ones.
I mean, there's people that are my age or older who don't know how to cook a damn thing. That, like, honestly,
Hey,
they
I had
can't-
to train
they can't
somebody-
cook anything. Like, they burn water.
Yes. I knew somebody like that. I had to train them when I was 16 or 17, I think, no, 17 years old, how to boil water and how to make boxed mac and cheese because they're, you know,
So as
I'm,
far
I'm an hour and 20 minutes from my birthday, so I don't care. I'm going to say it. Friend. Yeah, I've had some of Kayla's mom's cooking.
oh, come on.
that's actually kind of funny. But I mean, really, and as the generations go down, and as we have more stuff like the ability to just call Uber Eats, the ability to microwave everything, the ability, like all of these things that are coming up, where it's easier or it's cheaper to do fast food in certain cases for certain people, like that kind of stuff. We are losing that as a skill, just like we are losing skilled laborers. Okay. Now, not that there isn't still quite a few people that are skilled laborers, but the more and more we go into like the computer age, the technology age, the AI age, all of this stuff, we are losing a lot of those jobs that were for skilled in this particular thing. Okay? Like in a grocery store, it's really, really hard to find anybody who can cover the role of like a meat manager for a butchery shop or for a meat shop, because the skill of all of the cuts isn't being transferred to a next generation because none of them want to learn it. None of them want to do that.
Well, and then other trades, like mechanics. Brian,
You have
it's
to have
now a
degree
trade
in
where every
computer
year you have to
skills.
go to school
Mm-hmm.
for a long ass freaking time, because, like you have to do at least 2 months of schooling each year just to learn the new models, because
yes.
they have new computer systems
And as
that
they
you
started
have to learn.
putting in the computer system, the gadgets that do this and that and everything else, you almost have to be an engineer in order to be a mechanic.
Yeah, like
Like-
when Snap-on brought out new tools, and this was even 20 years ago, when they brought out a new scan machine, my dad would have to go down to Calgary, so an hour and a half away, to learn how to use that new tool. Because it's not something you can learn on your own. Not easily.
Yeah, they did that with somebody else I know.
So who the hell wants to spend 2 months every year in school when you're not making money because you're in school?
Mm-hmm.
Friend,
Well, and see, that's the problem with the continued advancements in technology. We also have continued training to learn the advancements in technology.
Yeah.
For us to keep up with this. So somebody, my uncle went to school years and years ago to get a degree in computer coding. Okay? Well, when he went to school, he was still putting the paper ticks into the computer for it to code through them. The little, like, cut out pieces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But
Stamped holes and everything in the cardboard
he's got
thingy.
a bachelor's
Yeah.
degree in computer
It's not
technology.
cardboard.
That doesn't mean he could open a damn window in a regular computer right now. Like, without going to continuous schooling and making sure that he kept up on that degree with every new model that's coming out, with every revolution of everything that is, which he just decided one day that was enough. But,
friend,
I mean, in order to keep up with it, in order to keep up with that field, in any field really anymore, you're doing continued education the entire time.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Even if you are just like a and I'm not saying that this is like something below or anything like that, because I've done it before, but like you're a cashier at a store. The second they put a new POS system in there and they add all these upgrades to make it so much easier for everybody, it's like a month and a half before you can figure out how to damn price something.
it can be.
I've heard that.
We also have a lot of people who are very adverse to technology in any form.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's true too.
unfortunately, those people do get left behind because they are not willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they see how do I say this? They see what can happen with it, and that's one of the reasons why they don't like it. They don't want it in their home. So they'll go to landlines and all the basic stuff and not even have. There are people that I know that don't have, they're very few anymore nowadays, but they don't have a cell phone. They would rather have a landline with caller ID, and that's it.
But the problem is, when,
I get that.
And so do I. But when you set those own rules for yourself, and society is striving ahead, you have to be willing to do the jobs that are available to you then.
No, absolutely.
You can't be upset that you can't do the jobs that are out there.
When you're not willing to learn the technology
to learn what is required of that job.
No, definitely. And I will say that there are absolutely plus sides to technology for sure. One of the big plus sides to it is like this show right now. Us talking to Robert and being as close to Robert as we are.
Hi, Robert.
We didn't have the technology that we do now, we would have probably never even met Robert.
Very true.
Me and you
Very true. I mean,
would have never met each other. Unless we randomly happenstanced into each other, but we met online. I mean...
I would have been in your bushes within a few years.
Yeah, probably.
Just staring.
But, I mean, like... So there are definitely... There are definitely things that wouldn't have happened in, like, pretty much everybody's life. Technology has changed everybody's in some way, shape, or form. And there's a lot of things that are working out way better because of it. Like, there's a lot of stay-at-home jobs that people are doing so that they're actually capable of working even if they have an issue of a physical, mental, or anything else that keeps them from being able to actually go out and work a regular job, or they have time restraints that make it so that they have to. Or there's a lot of people that are getting degrees from online schools that they would not have been able to do if it hadn't have been for the fact that there were night programs available. Like
medical with
absolutely.
Not the Zoom calls, the medical calls via, I just can't think of the technology name right now, but yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have had the ability to do doctor video calls at any point. So, I mean, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal for a lot of people.
And I mean,
especially if they're in an isolated area.
I will say I was disappointed in society when Elon Musk introduced the Tesla bot. Because the first 8 questions on X were some form of, can we have sex with it? But I thought, you know what? That is kind of the way society is.
As everybody rolls their eyes.
Yeah, but that's the way society has turned, and it's like everything's kind of a joke. But if you're going to do a joke, take it all the way. When the first lady introduces the next robot, ask the same question. Come on.
Oh my.
No.
And watch that person be banned forever.
Well, right. But especially since this one had a lot more human movement. Robert, what are you doing with that banana?
Okay.
Holy Christ.
So the problem that I have too is that we need to set up a precedence for things. And I think that's where I'm a little like stand backish with the AI stuff. Is we don't have the proper laws and the proper regulations in for rogue AI.
Well, like Amy said,
I agree.
Where is it?
Well,
still as a species.
We don't.
Go ahead, Robert.
Go ahead. You go ahead. No.
So Amy says we still as a species haven't even gotten over the wounds of social media. This just compounds the problem. The thing is, that's she's not wrong. We do not have laws for social media.
No.
Exactly.
No, we don't have laws for the original internet.
No, we don't.
Because it's considered corporate. It's private property. It's corporate property, and they make the rules. So there is no. Okay, this is what we had numerous conversations in the UFOI team over this for months at a time on our video lives, which of course are no longer accessible because hello, Meta got rid of once a month. They now delete all of those videos. I think it's once a month. But anyway, yeah, we had numerous conversations about this very topic regarding how far this can go and the legalities of it. I mean, it was a heck of an eye-opener for me because there were things I'd never thought of. And of course, I'm not thinking of what they are right now because I got a brain fart going on. I've been microwaved a little bit more than a few times in the last 48, 56 hours. So, I'm a little off right now. But hello. Anyway.
The thing is, though, like, we...
Sorry. It's a little off the wall.
What you just said, though.
I just thought about stabbing you with a fork because, you don't want you to explode in that microwave like a potato.
What you said about it being private property.
Yeah.
That has to stop being an excuse.
Yeah. I mean,
okay,
that's what they're using.
Mine and Kayla's home here. We own it outright. It is private property. That doesn't mean we can state a rule that says murder is
Freedom.
allowed on that property, on this property.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why they claim there's no real source of freedom of speech. And in the United States, there's supposed to have been freedom of speech. And they're like, no, this is our program. This is our property. You cannot say whatever it is that you want. And I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it makes things really difficult. And the control that has been coming through for like the last, 10, 12 years? Longer than that. But really, that's...
is you agree to their terms of services when you use whatever X program it is.
Exactly.
Okay?
And most people
Now,
don't read the user...
How many people have actually read through the entire user agreement before they click on any of these different websites? Okay?
I've been bitching about this since the 1990s when computers first came out.
Thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people
Internet.
who just go, okay,
sorry,
cool, user agreements, click, and it's done.
They don't read.
Okay? But then you figure out, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 10 years later that you were in violation of this, and this, and now all of this is being taken down, or all of this is moving over to this, and you didn't even realize that you were in violation because you never read the actual agreement.
Yep, it's called an EULA.
That's the thing.
End user license agreement.
Our kids, when Jalen would have been the first one, when Jalen first got his first device, he wanted to immediately start a YouTube account and start streaming. And I told him the rule was, first of all, he has to be at the age of consent for YouTube. He has to be above their rule or their rule of age. Mm-hmm. Then he had to read both the user agreement, the rules and regulations of YouTube itself, the rules and regulations of their creator streaming, and then he had to write me a 3-page essay on each one.
And what they meant. So that we knew exactly
Good for you.
He knew what he was actually signing up for and what he was actually allowed to and not allowed to do before he would put a single bit of content on that thing.
He didn't stream till he was 18.
Mm-hmm. Good for you guys. Do you know how rare it is that I've heard parents do this?
Well,
good for you.
At some point, you gotta get it because, okay, whenever your kid is getting their first job, you got NDAs sometimes, you have paperwork sometimes that you have to look through, you have the regulations, the handbooks, everything else. And I've always told them, you need to read that stuff because it is actually important. And sometimes that little quip in the fine print can be what totally screws you up years down the road when you're trying to cash out that 401k or whatever it is you're trying to do. So make sure that you're reading through those rules so that you're not actually in violation without even knowing you're in violation of them.
The problem,
and it's the same way with medical. You have any organization you go in to have medical with, they're going to have you sign some kind of agreement. And like for all the procedures that I've had, you have to sign all these medical forms. You better darn well frickin' read through them. Because that's a big deal.
Friend,
I see the problem though with and like getting back onto the topic of the actual.
well, one thing, did you know, at the like when you get those forms, you are not allowed to add your own stuff. So, after
You know what? You can though.
no, certain things they won't do, and they're mean. Because when I had my
I've been
stroke,
down this road.
when I had my stroke, I tried to add in that after any procedure they did with me, including checking my vitals, I got a cookie. Those fuckers said no. I don't care if it's sugar free. I would have eaten sugar free cookies. Well, it's shits, but still, very. You are not allowed to write stuff like that in. I thought like, friend,
Sure, why not?
we
Let's
had
try it.
rights.
So
I'm going to tell you something. What I learned with a car accident vast years ago, over close to 30 years ago, you can, when you are signing information over for, now do your research, things are different now, but back then, I learned from my chiropractor back then, who was dealing with attorneys damn time. And because hello, he had people coming in that were having accidents and stuff like that. So and then a book came out about how to protect your rights on these forms. And yeah, you can and because of that wonderful doctor who's now on the other side, I learned so much, and then ended up talking to an attorney. He goes, yeah, you can actually, and that was back then, you could cross out a line of something, but it had to be almost like a form of legalese. And I was like, okay, so then how do you word ... Then I got told by an attorney years later, well, this is what you needed to have said, but what you said works out. So for like
yes, you
how
can
much information,
switch a user's agreement
and it's
a
different
little
now.
bit here and there.
Yeah.
Depending on the company, depending on what it's for,
Yes.
depending on there's
Yes.
a lot of different legal jargon and legal loops
Yes.
you can go through for that. But it does
Yes.
take a lot to change something.
Yes, it does.
And whether or not they'll actually adhere to your changes or not, then it's a whole
Is a
nother
different
suit
story.
and a whole nother
Yep.
lawyer and a whole nother set of
Yep.
horrible shit that you got to go through in order to do it. Now, it is possible to do, but it takes a lot.
Yeah.
However,
And things are so different now.
the problem that I see with the actual AI, though, okay, is that if we are, and I mean, no, we haven't 100% gotten there yet. We haven't created a sentient being. Not a totally and fully sentient being. Okay? So this is still somewhat under the human scope of control here. However, at some point, if we continuously process the information and we give it more quantum abilities and everything else, this may become a sentient being. And once we cross that threshold, then
And that's what I wanted to talk about.
it's going to end up having to have some form of sentient rights.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like non-human human rights that would have to happen because now it is its own sentient being. Just like we have
Yep.
animal rights, just like we have rights for different forestry rights and different things like this. Like anything.
Robotic rights.
Yes. So at some point, we are going to have to sit down, like straight up UN style, and hash out rights. However,
Okay,
even
so
with the human race, before we got to that point, what happened? We had all-out revolutions and all-out war because it wasn't fair. Because something was being treated as lesser. And we can't go down, we can't repeat history over and over again and expect all these different outcomes.
So that also goes into, I can't think of the guy's first name, but the author is Asimov. Asimov,
The three
where he
laws
talks
of
about
robotics.
3 laws of robotics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The movies that
Isaac.
he wrote, all these books, and then he went in, or somebody went in, movie producer,
I think
somebody went in.
Robert said the name of the.
Isaac Asimov.
Isaac, thank you. I kept wanting to call him Eric, and I knew that wasn't right. And so they made movies. There's 3 very, very well-known movies based on his books. One of them is one of my all-time favorites with Robin Williams, Bicentennial Man.
Yeah.
And then you've got oh
iRobot.
crap, what's the
iRobot.
iRobot, and the third one, oh
It's a
crap, I
kid.
can't think of the
It's
name
a
of.
little kid.
Wrong
It's
with the kid, yeah.
AI.
It's what's
yeah.
his face from
with the blue fairy.
I
Yeah.
Yes.
I see dead people. That guy. That kid.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
I just can't think of the actor's name. But yeah, I mean AI. It's called the movie is called AI.
yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean you get into those and then you start looking at the movie like we just talked about Megan and Megan
Terminator.
2.0. Terminator's another one. I mean,
Yep.
who's going to recognize with the dumbing down of society? Serious question. Who's going to recognize when AI becomes sentient? How far in our future will that get before that takes place? And one of the things that the ETs have been yelling and screaming about for a long time, and really hardcore in the last 5 years, about AI is that point of AI taking over, and they don't want it happening, quote unquote, again. Not just on our planet, but it's happened on other planets, and in some cases, one of those planets, from what I was told, was destroyed because of an AI situation, and I'm like, what?
Well, and that's when it gets into the just because we can
Bingo.
do something, should we?
Should we?
How
Yep,
far
exactly.
should we let something go? How
Yep,
much should
exactly.
we put into something before? And at
That's the
some
woulda,
point,
shoulda, coulda.
no matter what ends up happening here, and that's what I was saying from the beginning, and this is why the whole AI thing bothers me so much, is because you're giving it the ability to become sentient at some point.
Yes.
So once
Yes.
it does, then that is a living creature. That is a
Okay, so
living being. So now they have thoughts, emotions, and everything that are their own. So they are their own person. You cannot
I'm gonna
treat
tell you
them as though
something.
they're not.
Exactly. You can't. The AI that, not the AI, oh, holy crap. The ETs who abduct me, that do the hybridization program, their ships, the inside of their ships, are a form, in my opinion, it's biological, but at the same time, it's conscious. It makes me wonder if it's some kind of AI, but they have extreme controls over it because it's, I don't know how to describe this. I've described it in so many ways of what it does and what it's like, and the fact that it can hear you telepathically. If you need something, it will try to, the ship itself will try to provide it. You need a door, it opens up a door. You need I was going to say a bathroom, but so many different ET do that differently. So, but
I mean,
so if you need something, it provides it.
If you think about
And
modern day
it's
smart
loving,
homes,
but this is different.
No, and I see what you're talking about, but I mean, if you take into account, like right now, modern day smart homes, okay?
Yeah.
The smart home
is
listening to you. It is trying to guess whether or not to turn on this light or whether or not to do, okay? And it also, like, you think about when you're scrolling through Facebook or any of these sites or anything else, if you've been talking a lot about wanting to, let's say, purchase a new vehicle, or you've looked at a website that was something about a loan or something of that nature, then all of the ads are right there on your Facebook page telling you,
because you're targeted.
For this one, do this for that one. Like, Okay? So, we aren't at that point yet. But if we continue with the technology and we continue going on the route that we're going, then eventually we will get to that point.
Maybe.
Well, unless we self-annihilate first.
Well, okay.
As a species, I mean.
AI has created, well, a company has created the first AI actress.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Tilly Norwood.
Fully AI
And
actress.
she's a fully AI actress.
That's what Hollywood's been trying to prevent.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
they
it
have.
happened
But
now.
here's the thing. Here's the stupid part. Because they went with a female first, almost every female actress in Hollywood is absolutely against it. All the men are making fun of it.
Yeah, until they have to do a movie co-starring with it.
Well, so 3 actors already claimed that they did. Lucas Gage claimed that she was a nightmare to work with. Odessa Zeon claimed she couldn't hit her mark and she was late. Trace Lizette said she cut in line at lunch one day and I didn't even say excuse me, she won't get far. They are treating it as a joke. The SAG has already said that they do not consider her an actual actress. And 2 companies, where is it? The Gersh Agency and WME both announced that they would not sign her. This company is trying to get her signed on with a company to create actual movies. She's done trailers, she's done web-generated music videos. But that's the thing. She is the first actress. We have, where the hell is it? I lost it. But we have singers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
bands
We have fully AI
that
bands.
are completely AI.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, completely.
Who have millions of views and listens on all of the different apps.
Yep, Clark or Craig or whatever his name is. There's a couple of songs that I love, and I'm like, damn, that's AI. That sucks.
And but here's the thing. That if you don't know it, and it's a music you're into,
A good song is a good song.
That's the thing. And that is what this company that created Tilly is trying to say, is that if it is a good story, people won't care who plays in it.
I do.
Now, and then we're getting into, like, deep fakes and stuff like that, too.
Yep.
Okay, so if you can create a fully AI actress, and, I mean, at this point, you could probably a little bit tell the difference, but at some point, we're not going to be able to tell the difference between whether that's an AI generated or whether that's a human being. Okay, because we're almost there. We're not quite there because sometimes it'll put like arms or certain items or something in the wrong area, or it'll add something extra, or make a llama into a fucking. But
into a camel.
Into a camel, yes. But at some point in the near future, we're going to get to the point where you can't really tell the difference between it being that actual person giving a speech and an AI version of that person giving a speech. So then we're going to get into all kinds of shit with global politics, with religious figures, with all kinds of other things, because we can put up a picture of, or a whole broadcast of the Pope saying this, or of the president of this country, or the prime minister of that country, or any of that kind of stuff that we want to. We can put up a whole AI-generated YouTube or any other kind of page that nobody knows that isn't a real human being. And once we get to that point, it's going to be so hard to differentiate what's real from what's fake.
Can I ask you an honest question? Do you
Huh.
honestly believe we are not at that point?
Well, I mean, that's what I said. In some degrees, we are. So if you look at like what's readily available to customer base right now, we aren't 100% there yet. Just because, like I said, every
But our
once in a
governments
while,
are.
it'll do this or that. But if you look at like the fact that most government technology is about 50 years ahead of where commercial technologies are, and I know that there's systems that are definitely more advanced than others.
Which is also why when you guys mentioned the fact of sentient being, and when it comes time for that, I'm not going to lie, I believe we have one.
I'm pretty sure that we're very, very close, if not already there. Yeah.
But I don't think it's something we can know about. So, it the main point of like this whole thing is the fact that yes, well, like these companies are creating all of these things and they are stating what they are supposed to be used for. The problem in essence isn't AI. The problem is in essence is human beings.
Yes.
With what Nikki was stating about the ETs and what they have created, which I basically, Nikki, when you said that, I was basically evolving it to the room of requirement.
Yeah.
And like for those of you that don't know, that's a reference to the Harry Potter books and movies. And it's just a door that creates an area, whatever you need at that moment.
Okay, here's a off the wall one. Think of I could not think of the actress's name, so that's why I was quiet for a moment. I had to go look for the actress's name and then find the movie. Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
So the Stepford Wives, I mean, if you've never seen it, go take a look at it. But here's a
Spoiler alert.
very major spoiler alert. Yeah, forms of AI, forms of robotics to the extreme, even to the point of working on brains and installing literally mind altering technology devices. I cannot think of what that's behavior modification. That's what I was trying to say. It's behavior modification. I mean, you're talking extremes of the extreme, and you're getting into a whole different. That's why I was so concerned when I heard about Elon Musk's the brain thing that they were doing, implanting.
The brain mapping and the implantation program thing.
The implantation. I cannot think of what that's called at this second. It's driving me nuts.
I
But
don't remember
anyway.
the name of it.
Yeah, well, and see, I remember, that's the thing. This is about, for me, right now, it's about targeting, and I've lost my words again because I've been hit so hard. And that's not normal for me. I know all of these things. I just should be able to retrieve them, and I'm not able to right now. But yeah, the Stepford Wives is that's a prime example of it. So, getting into forms of AI, forms of robotics, forms of behavior and
Neuralink.
brain modification.
Neuralink.
Thank you. So yeah, it gets into so much of that stuff. But yet medically, I'm all for certain kinds of things like that because it's going to help a lot of people. But at the same time, that is terrifying in the processes of how it could go into the future.
Absolutely.
I mean, hardcore.
But that is like my main thought of like the Tesla robots and this new figure 03 for the elderly. I mean, my parents are at the age right now where they are getting older and it's getting harder for them to do things. And I'm 800 miles away. I can't go there and mow their lawn once a week.
But robot number 3 can.
Absolutely can. Mm-hmm. He can cook
dinner.
And
that's where iRobot comes in.
Yeah, And
Yeah.
I mean,
they're-
you think of the character where his grandmother's chopping vegetables and she's got the robot and
see-
it's just
yeah,
see,
and it gives them their life back.
Now
in a way.
that's
Yeah.
the problem though, is that when you take something that has those abilities and you make it a servant to you. You make it serve your needs. Okay? That's where revolution ends up happening eventually.
correct.
Because
Rise of the Machines.
yes, it's just like any other group of people taking over any other group of people and making them indentured servants or making them slaves or anything of this nature. That's where revolution begins.
But that's where you have to decide as a company and as a society, what are you building? A tool?
And
Or
how
a
far are you
species.
going to allow it to go?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and that's the thing.
How-
That first decision in its entirety decides how far you're willing to take
yeah,
and let
but
it
the
go.
problem
Because
is
a tool can only go so far.
the
A
problem
species
is
can
is
go
that's-
farther than
that's-
you will ever imagine.
That's not
Mm-hmm.
entirely up to them. Okay? It's never entirely up to the creator when it comes to that form of intelligence. And the only reason that is we are putting intelligences into this that,
But-
like I said, we don't fully understand ourselves.
But Kayla, you can't state that. How much have you read about the Tesla bot?
Not a lot.
It is not an AI.
Okay.
It is not an artificial intelligence.
No, and I realize that. I know that, like, okay, so that particular bot, that particular model, absolutely.
So he is deciding to build a tool.
Yes, but he's hooking it up to the internet, am I correct?
No.
No? Okay.
Fran, the user has the choice of hooking it up to the internet.
Okay.
Of course, because it has the ability to learn off that, which means it can access a computer.
Right.
Fran, but
What was that movie with Bruce Willis in
it's
it?
hooked it up to his network.
Yeah. Okay.
But with the right protocols, you can close off a network.
Okay. I'm just saying this is where it begins. This is all
But that's only if they decide to take it that way, Kayla. A wrench is still a wrench.
Okay. We are messing. Okay, and okay, put AI, put all of that aside. Put everything like that aside. Okay? And take specific scientists in specific fields. Okay? They are already messing with technologies that they are not 100% sure of the outcome of what's going to happen by doing this. Okay?
You just described science in itself.
No, I know that. When we
Take a breath.
yes. Okay. I'm gonna go back to your quantum computing. Okay. So we use quantum computing in a lot of different things, but we don't actually know how it works. Okay? We don't actually understand enough about like spooky interaction and the double slit experiment and all of these other things. We don't know enough about the world of the quantum to be using it in the way that we already are. Okay? Now, we have made an interface with regular ass computers to the IBM, I believe it is, Quantum Computing Center. Okay? So you can go onto it and you can write quantum algorithms and everything else for their quantum computers that they will generate into the quantum computer and see if the algorithm works and all of that jazz. Okay? I know because I do weird stuff in my free time. But they're looped in with each other at this point to the point where eventually there won't be any stopping it if it really plans on something. Because we don't know how to stop it. We don't understand the interactions enough. We don't get string theory enough. We don't get these theories enough to know what we're actually doing. And there's a lot of different things like that when it comes to like things like CERN and things like that. We don't understand enough of what we are doing to not expect a catastrophic outcome.
What is one of the biggest destructive items? Not items, elements in the United States right now? Fire.
Okay.
800,000 years.
Okay.
800,000 years they figure ago is when they discovered fire.
Uh-huh.
For use, for modern, like for
Yeah.
personal use.
Personal, agricultural, whatever use. Yes.
We still don't know how to use it properly half the time.
Yeah.
Kayla, every invention starts out with you not knowing how to use it properly and how to use it. No one expects the outcome.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, Einstein didn't expect an
Okay.
extinction level event to come off of cold fusion.
No, but that's the problem, is that human beings are terrible, okay? We are a warring, we are a very screwed up species in specific ways.
In specific ways, but
as
at
a
the same
whole.
time, that's the thing. What have we done with fire that's good?
No, we've done a lot of things with it that's good.
What have we done with cold fusion that's great?
No, I get the positive to the negative, but anytime there's a positive, there's also a negative to it.
Yeah.
Okay? So, when we're touching things and when we're working with things and when we are creating things that are so far out of our grasps,
Kayla, but you're also got to realize when you say that,
yeah.
it's not just so far out of our grasp.
Mm-hmm.
A conversation can start the worst part of your life.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just a simple hello.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
For a
we
monkey
do in our
wrench?
everything we do in our life is a risk.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm just saying, you gotta look at the balance of those risks and rewards. Like, yes, cold fusion has done a lot of good, but it's done a hell of a lot of terrible, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Friend,
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the movie Stepford Wives, which also goes into the Bruce Willis movie from 2009 called Surrogates.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys have seen that, but
Yes.
here's another spoiler alert. But yeah, humanity gets to a point to where everybody lives within their home. They have a clone of themselves that is a form of a robot AI
So, Ready Player
And
One
they-
in the real world.
in the real world. And so the clone is the cloned yet robotic person is up walking around and being controlled from home. But it's a new take on the old 1990s version of the TV show, not Atlantis. The one with the Robert, you know this one because you and I used to talk about this all the damn time.
So, it's
The one with the
essentially
submarine.
Avatar with machines.
Yes,
Okay.
in a major way. And I mean, so you're at home in a pod, some kind of pod or in some kind of weird chair, and you put a device on your head as the human, and your AI physical body is out there going to work, doing all these other things until something happens and it shuts all of them down. So then you find out you're walking down the street as the real human being, and all of these AI robotic clones are in stopped motion because they were literal. It was all shut down.
Yeah.
So, just how far is humanity going to allow robotics and AI to take over, and how forward are we going to get with it? Because I mean, there are people that would use these kind of things and they are things. They're inanimate objects. They are not.
Yeah.
But yet, if it's got a okay, I cannot say the word right now. Thank you.
Yep.
If they've got that, then you're dealing with a different ballgame altogether.
So, I know Kayla has an answer for your question, but I just want to state two things first. Number one, out of that Bruce Willis movie, friend, out of all those movies like that, friend, that because Kayla mentioned Ready Player One, Sheldon Cooper did it best. Friend,
yeah,
if you remember that episode,
Big Bang Theory,
yes,
TV show.
Friend, and if you remember that episode where he came out as a computer, friend, like a robot, friend, that kind of resembled Johnny Five, friend, I have to say he did it best. Friend, number two, I like the switch. It is normally me bringing up pop culture references throughout the show because it's the only thing I have to compare to. I love the fact that you're the one doing it this episode.
Well, if they're all popping up into my head, and I'm like, God, I can't remember the name of the movie, so I get quiet and I start looking online.
This is why
stinking name of the movie.
No, I don't have an answer to your question. I have a proposed theory to your question. Okay.
Yeah.
And this
Go for it.
This is also one of the reasons that Cole knows that I hate talking about AI. Okay. So, what if...
I love the quantum theory you talked about, though. God, that was great.
I don't. It's a little small for me.
It's bigger than you think.
That's what she said.
There you go. It's bigger than you think.
Oh, okay. Hey. So, who's to say that we're not the replicas?
Okay, here's one for you. I've got 3 clone bodies in SSP. How many more have they made, and have they used any of them on Earth?
So that's
hello.
This is the thing about
you want to get down that road,
and that's what I'm saying. This is the thing about
Holy
AI
crap.
and all of the technology and everything else is the fact that we've said it ourselves. We have it in our books. We have it in our common everyday knowledge that what happens if we forget about history? History repeats itself. So who's to say that
it does?
Originally, we were not the AI? Who's to say that we are not the product of another species creating a species? Okay, and then
bingo, that gets into a whole other bingo.
And that's my thing is
where
that
I was going.
Sitting here in like freaking Matrix
exactly
land,
where the hell
and
I was.
everything
Robert,
is all
turn
crazy
your damn mic
now.
on.
Hey, because one day we might just completely all stop working and be solid like okay.
Between Robert, Kayla, and Cole, God, that was great. Robert's like, I'm not turning it.
No, yeah, Nikki, you might want to quickly look at the chat.
Oh, okay, hang on.
But yeah, so that's
come on.
That's where it all boils down for me is that we could.
Oh, Jesus.
We could have just as easily have been the AI at one point,
my.
or we could still be, and we just don't know it.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
okay.
Friend,
jeez.
I am 100% original. There has never and will never be another human like me.
Thank the gods.
You know,
only a wife could say that.
You can talk to Satan on your own time, okay? This is S-4 time.
Ooh. Oh, cripes.
Well, and I mean, and we have so many things in common.
Kayla.
We have so many things in common with computer-generated intelligence, with that, with a robotic body, Like if you really think about our systems and the way that our bodies move and the way that our mind, like we can't map our own mind because it is also a, like if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, it is also a quantum computer. Okay, and we don't understand it. Okay, we can't map our mind.
Can I ask you a question though? Are you healthy?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you felt my computer right now, what is it? Like if you just put your hand on it.
Filet hot, hot, hot.
Okay, exactly. But you are always cold.
Oh my god.
You are not a robot.
I'm not saying I'm a robot. Okay, that is not what I'm saying at all. I am not saying that I'm a robot in any way, shape, or form. I am a biological being. Okay? But it doesn't mean
that you're the original.
It doesn't mean that I'm the original. It doesn't mean that I'm actual flesh and blood. It doesn't mean any of these things because we're living.
Well, a clone too is biological.
Well, and you're flesh. I bit you. It was fleshy.
Oh my god.
Fred.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I just walk over and bite her on the shoulder.
He does. He's a weird vampire. Anyway,
But the blood part, I might agree with.
Okay.
Blood ain't supposed to be that color.
No, it isn't. And I have a lot of weird medical shit. But that's the thing, though, is that if you think about a computer and what makes a computer processor run slower, what makes a computer go completely on the fritz, what you can give a computer a cold just as easily as you can give a human a cold. Okay? You can open up the wrong spam file and you can completely fuck over the system and lose its memory and all kinds of stuff. Okay?
Yep.
We are biological representations of the same thing because we can very easily catch a virus, catch a cold, catch what?
I would have to disagree on that.
Why? It's all ones and zeros.
Yes.
Except for those that are immune.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But certain computers don't get the virus as bad as others either. Depends on your spamware. Oh.
Ooh.
Historically speaking, though.
I got more firewalls. What?
Number one, just because, okay.
Yeah.
She will
I just
unlock
wish
the blue
whoever
skin
the
of
fuck
death.
was playing my character had more money.
Just because,
God.
like, we have Nikki and Robert here who have had experience with ETs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would ask that both of you would have to admit that just because their technology can sometimes look the same doesn't mean it is.
Oh, I know that for fact.
Okay.
I've witnessed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, we
Well, it's
have
back to me because
we as a human race have created our own technology.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether we got it from someone else, we still had to create it.
Certain aspects of it, absolutely. Yeah.
The computer is based off us,
Mm-hmm.
not
Okay.
the other way around.
We don't know that because we don't know our prehistory well enough to know that.
I would agree with that, Kayla. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
we really don't.
No.
Why?
And because the aspects of a computer come from directly from certain aspects of our brain, like aspects of our brain that we have mapped.
Yeah, so we're recreating the creation. It would still
We
be a
think we-
possibility to recreate the creation because we don't know that we were created in the first place by the creation.
Well, but at
And
that,
we think we know when in fact we don't, because even our history that we thought we knew, we're learning is different.
So if for some random ass reason, okay, and I'm not saying that this is true by any damn means, but if for some random ass reason there were technological beings on a planet, okay, on a crazy planet somewhere in a different solar system, somewhere in a different galaxy, somewhere in a different universe, whatever it was, okay, and their species was going extinct for whatever damn reason. Okay, just throwing out a whole bunch of hypotheticals here. Okay, so we have talked about creating robots, robot versions of ourselves, and this has been like a talk that we have talked about as a culture, as a existence, as human species. Okay, creating something that could withstand space and this and that, and then the environment of the vacuum and everything better than we can, and potentially one day uploading consciousness into it so that our race could live on. Okay, through those computerized beings. Okay, so if originally some computerized versions of humanity lived on a planet, their people are going extinct, everything else, they find this little blue blob and they're like, hey, this, we could put a biological creature on that looked like us, that did this, that did that, and we could upload our consciousness into those because they're better suited for living in that environment than we are. Okay? Then we have no idea that many millennia back, that many years ago, we wouldn't know if that's how creation was created or not. Like, now, I mean, that took the entire, like, God factor out of there, and I wasn't saying that there is no creation. I was saying a total hypothetical there. But we don't know our prehistory as far back as, like, the Ice Age. We don't really understand it. We understand certain aspects of it from the things that we've dug up, from the things that we know, but we don't understand our beginnings. We don't know where we truly began. So we can't say that we didn't begin in a different way than we think we did.
I would agree with that. But you are stating a theory that you are directly...
Yes.
No, but you stated that this is most likely. It's not.
Mm-hmm. I'm not, that is not what I meant to say at all. What I'm saying is that infinite possibilities. So, we don't know enough about our species to know our actual true 100% origins. We can speculate on it in so many different ways.
Because we can't truthfully know if 7,000 years ago we popped into existence.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to
And
take the
literally
God
as
factor
we
out
were
of there, not at
7,000
all.
years ago. I'm not even talking about like any religion. I am talking about literally popped into existence as we were 7,000 years ago.
Right, it could have happened.
Infinite
Because
diversity and infinite combinations.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you go by the actual theory of infinite universes and infinite worlds and all of this stuff that they're talking about, as far as all of the quantum realms and everything else, okay, then every possibility of something that can happen, has happened, and will happen. Okay?
Well, and that's the thing. If you follow the multiverse theory,
right,
like the actual direct multiverse theory, where you have one timeline and then you have breakoffs on each one.
Yeah, split offs with every possible
all of those
decision.
split offs did literally pop into existence at that moment.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying is we don't actually know enough about the original origins of anything to know enough about who we actually are, like as a full-fledged species.
This brings up my favorite one because this is the one that pisses you off the most.
Oh, great.
With that connection, that proves my math might not exist.
Math is a fucking constant.
Nothing can be a constant in that theory.
I know that. Okay, now that is a... You are correct.
Robert's smirking.
That if anything, everything, and always, it's like anything is possible, then absolutely everything is possible. Which means, yes, there may be some realm out there somewhere, some infinite universe out there somewhere, where math may potentially not exist.
It also could be this one, and it's just a concept that we created in order to make ourselves feel better.
Well, we created a lot of concepts to make ourselves feel better. The concept of time itself is just to make us feel better. It has no actual function to it. It isn't... It's a relative construct. It isn't real.
So you're saying Einstein was right?
I am saying Einstein was right, yes.
Wow, she admitted it.
No, I have my own personal issues with Albert fucking Einstein, that's for sure. However...
Who's that?
That's an understatement.
No, I know, right? Okay. But...
I know Albert Einstein. I've never heard
If
of
you
Albert
do the
fucking Einstein.
backstory, but that's a different.
Yeah, there's a lot of
ballgame.
backstory there that I'm not getting.
Yeah, we
I
don't
do
need to
not
go-
have enough
yeah, we're
time
not-
in the next 6
No.
years to get through. Okay. So,
Nikki, do you know how much fun I'm having?
Yes, I
but
do.
I
I
will
can hear
tell
it. in
you,
your
if you
voice.
actually look at his miracle years, yeah, okay, but were they actually his
I'm so
miracle
stunned
years?
she's
that's
talking
that's
about
where
this.
that's where I have a problem. Is that those
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not his written fucking word.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You weren't in that patent office.
I'm not going to go into that. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cole, you need to quit pushing at this point.
yeah.
Even
But-
I know this one.
But
You know what else ain't real? Little House on the Prairie. Fuck you.
Hey, back at you.
okay. Now, okay. Oh God.
God, take a breath,
Yeah,
Cole,
yep,
Kayla.
yep. No,
Take a breath.
I'm just saying.
You know what is real? The
3,
Infinity
yes.
Stones.
The Infinity Stones in some freaking universe somewhere, probably. Yeah, right, because it's been thought of. Now that's like,
Oh goodness.
The overlapping theory of everything. Like it's super easy.
42.
No, it's 1 and or 0 to the power of infinity. There is the goddamn theory of everything. It is or it isn't, or it is or isn't, to
Oh,
the power of
jeez.
infinity.
No.
And it was, and it will be.
It's
No,
42.
he says no.
That's what I said.
42!
42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. That's what the
Oh,
computer said on
gosh.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
You mean the historical document?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh
Where did you get
gosh,
your people
folks!
from?
If you understood, if you could,
I-
if you
like-
do, it's good. There's
Yeah, like,
reasons.
Fran, I am so excited because in literally...
Well, she says.
No! You know what? Literally for the last 43 minutes, I
Yes?
have known the theory to everything in the universe.
Uh-huh.
You're 43.
But in 364 days, I'm going to forget
You're
it.
not.
No. Okay, so here's the other thing that you didn't really think about this birthday, which makes it even more special. Okay? It
Oh, here we go, folks.
is not only your 42nd birthday, but it is your golden birthday because you were born April 2nd.
4-2.
4-2.
Well, no, that's only in the United States. In the
4-2?
rest of the world that knows the correct way to do this, it's 24.
Whatever. 4-2, 42, ultimate. There we go. But in the United States,
Oh,
they call that your
gosh.
golden birthday.
Fred, now we've got about 17 minutes left. I want to go back to the original topic. Do you guys
God,
honestly
really?
believe
I'm
that
sorry.
AI belongs in the paranormal field? As a whole.
I believe that
Only when
something
it
should
gets to a
happen and we
point-
should... I'm sorry. Continue, Robert.
Only when it gets to a point where they have left their artificial bodies and can haunt places.
Holy shit, I never
Um,
even thought of doing that.
Well, you could have...
Like,
Yeah.
what if we actually put spirits into an AI body?
Machines, yeah,
Yeah.
could do that. They'd then be haunted objects, but they could
Well,
control
why
things.
not? Okay, here's an off the wall. Why the hell not? Because the ETs are freaking the nefarious ETs are doing that already by a form of stealing higher extreme forms of higher consciousnesses out of human bodies in order to use them in the clones. That's what SSP is doing. They're using the clone body, but they have to have a driver. Guess who the frickin' driver is? The original person with the real higher consciousness. And what they're doing is they have figured out how to steal, borrow, depending upon how you look at it. To me, it's stealing, for temporary purposes, a form of the extreme higher consciousness that the human has isn't even really aware of it, and using that, trapping it in a device, and then implanting it into the clone body so that higher consciousness can control the clone. So yeah, I mean, this shit's already being done. It's just in a different form. So how far do we really want to go? If you've got no souls in the clone bodies, but you've got a higher consciousness that's driving it, see, that's what they can't do with the technology even that the ETs have. They are not capable of putting in and installing an AI version into a clone body. It has to be driven by a higher consciousness. It doesn't need a soul, it needs a higher consciousness. So that leads into, if the ETs themselves can't figure it out and their technology is so freaking advanced, which both Robert and I have seen that it is, and I know you guys have seen it, you just don't remember it because of how you're being, how you guys are being dealt with, which just pisses me off up one side and down the other. Different story. But anyway, so if they can't figure it out, what makes us think that we're going to figure it out?
Do you know what makes us think that we're going to figure it out, and why we'll probably figure it out before they will?
Ego.
Arrogance.
The fact that we are dumb enough to not realize that we have.
Well, okay, when you say dumb enough, that goes down into because the ones that deals,
you want to call it, yeah.
That goes into regular government, because the deep state part of government, and I really hate that word, deep state. If they would use a different word than state, I would be fine with it. But anyway,
country.
The deep part of each country, with their governments, know what the hell they're getting into and what they're doing. I mean, they've been doing it for 90 frickin' years, and not the 70 bullshit
really
years.
But
yeah, but deep country just means the Appalachians.
Yeah.
So no, I mean,
for sure,
you get where Nikki, I'm going with it.
I do, but I see. Whoa. So that's the stupid part that I have a issue with, I guess.
You have a problem with?
I have a problem with all kinds of things, I guess, but is that human beings are some of the most arrogant species that I've ever met. They are some of the most self-righteous species that I've ever met.
Dracos.
And they have a problem with not caring about the implications of their actions.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So the problem is, it boils back down to what I was saying before, which is just because we can doesn't mean we should.
Bingo.
Now,
I agree.
I will say I do believe that human beings as an individual should have some arrogance. Should have some, because a tiny bit of arrogance is good for your self-image. Friend,
you're saying it brings you forward, is what you're saying.
It makes you strive to do better. Mm-hmm. Friend,
competition.
Like but your arrogance should show in ways that do not harm others. I show arrogance in ways. I think
there's another word for that, though.
There probably is, friend. But arrogance can be used as, like, for example, my chat on my social media chat with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you can name them, like name the actual chat area.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is called the Legend Makers.
Awesome.
And now my dad calls me Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Friend. And I love that. Friend, I view my wife as a very strong person. As a person who has a lot of strength in her. So her name in my phone is Kayla the Conqueror.
That's awesome.
That type of arrogance in itself, I think, is beneficial.
Well, it's like when I used to be called the Sentinel or the Sentinel Angel.
Yeah. Like
That
it's
was
not
other
something,
people's calling.
It's not
It's
something
not mine.
that will harm another person.
Yeah.
But like the chat with my parents makes me strive to be a legend for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Understand
the name
that
isn't
one.
befitting of them if I'm not that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, and you've got a good relationship with your parents too. That's a big difference. Not everybody has that.
Most of the time, sometimes dad's an ass. Hi, Dad.
Well, I think we can all be that way at some point with our kids.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Dad.
Daddy, why?
Even though you grounded me. I'm 42. I'm not going to my room. Leave me alone.
Alright. So we're waiting at least like 6 more years before we bring up AI again on the show, right?
Oh, yeah. In
Yeah, I'm not
in
a
dog
fan
years.
of that subject, but hello.
Well,
In
but
dog
I
years.
just felt like it had to
But
be
it's a good
approached
conversation.
because, like,
Yeah.
it does
'Cause you're
encompass
getting into ethics,
every
too.
level of what, because
Yeah.
we didn't even cover parts. Like, for the fact that Bigfoot vlogs, if you guys know what I mean by that,
Yes.
the new channel.
Bigfoot what?
Vlogs. So,
Oh, vlogs.
yeah, it's a
VLOGS.
TikTok
Got
channel
it.
that uses AI deepfake to make it look like the guy's talking as Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh.
And doing things as Bigfoot. And it's funny. It is. It's meant as a joke.
Okay, as
and
long as
he,
it's-
he admits that he's using AI. The problem is we have other channels out there that are making videos of Bigfoot and other paranormal cryptid creatures. And
Oh,
claiming
the
they
ones
are
that
real.
I'm so sick of seeing right now are the mermaid ones.
Chupacabras.
Oh my god, mermaids pulling people off the ships. I'm like, I'm going to scream.
Now, I don't know.
I've had enough.
I don't know if it's because I'm like half Mexican or what, but I keep getting deep fakes of chupacabras everywhere. Like,
Oh
I
god,
see
yeah,
that damn chupacabra all over the place, and I'm like, oh my god, stop it.
The one I love though, I do have to say there's a couple that I love, and one of them is there's a couple of channels both on Facebook and on YouTube that are making architecture. And they're creating these most beautiful homes in scenery that is drop dead gorgeous. And I'm like, that kind of stuff I love. Or the inspirational videos to where, you're having a really bad day and you unexpectedly come across this video and it's animals and it's flowers. And of course, that's what I'm into because, hello, I love animals and I
it's
love
basically just to keep going.
I love
you're
plants and it's
strong
music.
type- yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
just
I
has
love
that
stuff like
good
that.
feeling to it, where it makes
Yes,
you feel better
and-
just to see that.
And the advanced color system that is in these videos, both for the architecture and for the one with the animals and the cute puppies and the things like that. I know that makes some people just absolutely sick and they absolutely hate it. I understand that. Everybody's different. But there are ones out there, and like fashion, there's ones with fashion that, oh my God, whoever's creating, there's this one, I don't remember the name of the channel, and I do know it's a woman, but she is creating some of the most beautiful fashion pieces that I would actually, even for my short body, would love to wear. And then there are others that I'm like, oh my God, that's disgusting. What the hell is that?
Which ones I used to hate, and when like AI first became prominent on social media, was the ones of like where it would look like a chocolate cake, and then it would turn into a whole bunch of brown curly-haired puppies.
Ooh.
And it was just weird as hell. And it was those ones that would they would meld into something that you didn't expect.
Yuck.
And it just weirded me out, and I did not like those.
See, the ones that I am not liking is where the food is eating itself. Like, it has like a burger that looks like a baby, and it's eating a piece of burger. Yeah, and those ones bother me emotionally.
Then why the hell do you keep sending them to me?
Because it's funny. Because I know they bother you emotionally.
Yeah,
Pizza
I do know.
Up for you.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few that are from the 1990s that I want to see done. A girlfriend that I considered a sister, she was family at the time, still is to me. Haven't seen her in forever. Moved out of country, had to move out of country because of her nightmare family. But God, people just wicked stuff. Anyway, she brought home, because she was living with us at the time, she brought home a video for my son and thought it would be, because she was at the library, she thought it would be the cutest thing. We went to play it. And it wasn't funny for the kid, but for us adults. And that's the kind of thing that I'm like, what happened to that bird? It exploded. And that dragon wasn't meant to explode the bird. And it went in a great big. That was all she wrote of the bird. And my son is sitting. What? Where'd the bird go? Where'd the bird go, Mama? Where'd the bird go? Yeah. And us adults we had tears. We were stifling laughter so hard. We had tears streaming. All three of us adults had tears streaming down our face because we were laughing so hard. That's a poor kid. And yet I would love to see stuff like that, because that hits my my very off humor side in a big way.
Back
cracked me up.
The 90s.
So
there was
yes.
There was this TV show that was like it was
just
really
twisted.
awkward. It was a weird TV show about like awkward accidents happening and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was my first view of like that, the 90s version of AI, okay, of deep fakes type thing. And there was this guy, and I remember this like vividly. There was this guy, and he was blowing up one of those blow up rafts, like where you put your face on it and you blow up the raft. And his buddy came and jumped on it when he was blowing it up, and his head blew off. Okay? And his buddy was like, "Oh my God, I didn't think that would, oh my God!" And like runs over to him. And I was like, "What?" Like, as a, young kid at that point, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's, like, I didn't know that could happen." Like, it freaked me out. And then, in my infinite wisdom as a child, I went, "Wait a minute. Wouldn't that blow up his lungs?" Okay. And my mom was just sitting there cracking up because I looked at her with such a serious face, is what she tells me, and goes, "Wait, that would blow up his lungs, not his head."
The logic of children.
A little bit like a show I saw last night from down here. They got a group of people watching TV shows, and they're watching the one about dinosaurs, the animated version that they only just brought out somehow. And there's one person saying, "But if it hit Mexico, how come Mexico's still there?" That's the comment that hit.
Right.
So, she couldn't understand how Mexico still be there if that's where the asteroid hit and killed the dinosaurs.
Right. Like.
Yeah, big hole.
And see, that's the
big hole in the ground.
Thing is that, like,
that's what you said.
You could put anything on right now, and you could get somebody to believe it. Okay, and I mean, it could
Yeah,
be the
that's the
most
thing.
ridiculously outrageous possible thing in the world, and there would be somebody out there that would see that and go, "That is absolute truth."
I have come across a lot. The scary thing to me, Kayla, is that I have come across being in all these different paranormal ufology groups on Facebook. I am coming across people that actually believe, I mean, they're not joking. They actually believe very specific things. And I'm looking at this going, oh my God, what's happening? What the hell is happening to society? I mean, like, hardcore. And yet I'm an experiencer and deal with ETs.
Well,
I
there are
had them in my
people-
home just
there are
this
people
last
that-
weekend.
I mean,
Excuse me.
think about like people that still believe in flat Earth. Think about people who still believe in
Oh.
the birds aren't real movement. Like all of these different things.
I-
You're like, it's
I've
been
come across so many flat
100%
earthers.
proven
Just so
that
stunned.
that is not true. But you are in your thoughts so deeply that that must be the truth that you're not even willing
Yeah.
to do the actual research on the fact that it might not be.
That's
So-
scary to me. That is truly scary and frightening to
anybody
me
who
because
knows anything
no
about
critical
that knows
thinking
we live in a
skills.
flat universe, not a flat Earth.
Or I mean, the one with the flat Earth theory with the dome, or the theory that yes, Earth is a globe. It is, but it's got a protective. I was going to say imaginary. This unseen barrier around it, and that's the other one that I'm hearing a lot of.
Now you know.
Robert,
And-
Robert, that's why the Artemis 2 has that syringe on top to poke through the balloon.
What?
Yeah.
You know, and I've said it 1.5 million times. The Earth is flat. It's just like a quarter. It's flat, but if you're spinning it fast enough, it looks round from outer space.
No, it's a turtle.
Oh my God.
Turtle. Oh my God, I'm hearing a friend in my head. Turtle.
Am I not totally enough for the turtle club?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us tonight.
Oh my goodness.
I do want to let everyone know that at the beginning of the comments on this show, I listed a link. It is for our brand new Spotify channel, where you can not only listen to the shows here on YouTube, but the shows from the past 5 years.
Absolutes.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it features many people who have come and gone from the show,
Podcast
and
far away.
a lot of them are really good and informative episodes. So make sure you go through and follow and like on there, and don't forget to like and subscribe on here on YouTube and on Facebook. Nikki, where can we find Restore Belief?
Restore Belief with Nikki is on YouTube. It's 11 p.m. Pacific time, Saturdays.
That's Pacific, not specific.
Did I say Pacific or did I
Yes.
say specific?
You said Pacific.
Oh my God. Oh my God. See,
Specifically
there's
on
the
Saturdays.
microwave.
That's just
Yeah.
evil.
I'm also on Facebook. It's Nikki Nikki.Jacobs JACOBS.376, and that can take you also over to my Psychic Medium Facebook page, which I post different things on that page than I do publicly on my private page. So,
You know-
but I do post a lot on my publicly on my private page anyway. So anyway, I'm babbling. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
Yes?
just, it makes me laugh every time you spell your last name. I'm not going to lie.
Well, there are people that have actually asked me how to spell the last name, and
That's not a lie.
if it were my maiden name, you'd be going what?
But that's not
So,
why
you
it
know.
makes me laugh.
Oh, that's not why. Okay,
Say the
why?
last 2 letters of your last name.
J-O-S. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the only thing I can think about, the only thing I picture is B. Arthur.
Oh, I love B. Arthur.
Now think about her in Mel Brooks' History of the World. Did you bullshit yesterday? Yes. Are you going to bullshit this week? I'm going to try.
Oh man, that reminds me of Richard Pryor.
Fred, all right,
Oh,
ladies and
Lord.
gentlemen, next week we are going to do something. For all those who
Don't know what
celebrate,
yet.
happy Easter this weekend.
Yes.
For all those don't,
Or Happy Resurrection Day.
yeah, for all those that don't, well, have some good Haas and Pfeffer. Fred, I'm going to, but mine's going to be made out of chocolate. I'm going to cook a chocolate bunny. So, I figure that's healthy enough.
Yeah.
Fred. So, but thank you for listening. Fred, thank you for joining us. Join us every
Definitely.
Wednesday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fred, Robert has a new alcohol. I think, is that an alcohol?
Yeah,
That is
Part
an
of the
alcohol, right?
spirits.
it's a black magic coffee and dark chocolate infused vodka.
That
Wow,
sounds terrible.
infused vodka.
Yeah.
Actually, minus the coffee, it sounds kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, it sounds
Fran.
like you mixed Kahlua with vodka.
The last
Ooh,
time
that's
my
good.
parents
And I
were,
hate Kahlua. Yuck. Yuck,
the
yuck,
last
yuck.
time my
Do not
parents
like
came
Kahlua.
here for Christmas,
Yeah.
they showed up with a bottle of Patron it was coffee infused tequila.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
Wow.
they bought the hollow lint bunnies, and Mom would they'd cut the heads off and then pour it in. And
Yeah.
that was your shot. And they're like,
Yep.
"Let's have a shot." And I'm like, "It's fucking 8 a.m. No." And then I tasted it,
But they're like,
and
it's
I
okay.
was like,
It's okay
"Never
because
again."
It's coffee.
That was so gross.
I just wish they'd have told me there was tequila in the coffee. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just got
You know,
crazy
there are
from
so
there.
many things you could do with what you just talked about.
Friend,
it's got me
absolutely disgusting.
giving me ideas.
Friend, Mom we've had some really bad drinks over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Friend, Mom got into this wine it was a chocolate wine,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
but it was
no.
thick like chocolate milk.
Yeah, it was
Oh
terrible.
Yeah.
God, no.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
No.
it was and it was a red wine.
Okay, I've had chocolate wine before. If it is done properly, it is truly delicious.
Yeah, this
And
was
it's
horrible.
it's called aperitif. It is tiny.
Right.
You only do very, very
Yeah, no,
small.
this
You don't
one
even
was
do an
so
ounce
bad.
of it.
Well,
It was
and
like drinking a milkshake, but that had a wine after flavor. It was so bad. So
eventually,
bad.
my
Oh,
mom realized this
that's
is not
not
the greatest
okay.
stuff, so it started going with us to every event so that it could get drank by people we didn't care about as much.
Jeez.
Yeah, you know when you bring a
Take that
random
up-
bottle of wine
Take
to
that
that
up to the
night with a
Appalachian
neighbor?
Mountains.
Yeah, chocolate
Oh,
wine
God.
it is.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
God,
Have a
you
great
guys.
week. Be safe.
Yes.
And
Bye, everybody.
definitely.
hopefully Easter Bunny treats you right.
It's
No.
midnight there right now, isn't it?
It's what?
Yes, it's 12:08
It's 12:08.
a.m.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cole.
Thank you very
Happy
much,
birthday,
guys.
Cole.
Happy birthday.
Friend. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night, people.
Good night.
And
See
some
you
things.
next week.
Yes.
Same. Oh, place.
That is.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.